Over 75% of car breakdowns are completely preventable. Not bad luck, not bad cars, bad habits. And here's what makes it worse. Most of the drivers I've seen come through my shop weren't careless people. They were careful people, responsible people. People who'd been behind the wheel for 20, 30, even 40 years. They just never got the right information. Because the information they were given from the manufacturer, from the dealership, sometimes even from their own fathers, was designed to make car ownership look simple, not to make their car last. After 2 decades working on engines, I've seen the same patterns repeat themselves over and over. Good drivers, well-maintained cars on paper, and then, one day, a repair bill that changes everything. The habits we're covering today are the ones that separate a car with 80,000 miles that's already falling apart from a car with 300,000 miles that still runs like it has something to prove. Some of these you may already know. Some will surprise you. And a few are things I wish someone had told me 20 years ago, before I watched perfectly good engines die for completely avoidable reasons. We've got 9 habits today. They build on each other, so stay with us. And stay until the very end, because the last one costs almost nothing. It takes 5 minutes, and it's the single habit I've seen extend a car's life more than any part, any fluid, or any repair. Most drivers never bother with it. The ones who do, their cars outlast everything else on the road. Let's start with number 9. Habit number 9. The wash most drivers forget exists. You wash the outside of your car, maybe the interior too, but underneath, that's where the real damage happens, and most people never look. Road salt, mud, grime, they pack into every corner of your undercarriage and just sit there, quietly doing their work. And what they're working on are your brake lines, your suspension components, your exhaust, and the structural frame holding everything together. Salt doesn't announce itself. It doesn't make noise. It just eats metal, slowly, consistently. And by the time you see rust on the surface, the damage underneath has already been done for months. Drivers in winter states are most at risk, but coastal areas are just as bad. Salt air and sand do the same thing year-round without a single snowflake. The fix is simple. Run your car through an undercarriage wash at least once every season. In heavy snow areas, once a month during winter. Most car washes offer it for a few extra dollars. That small habit protects brake lines that cost over $1,000 to replace, and a frame that can't be replaced at all. The next habit is one most drivers put off until they feel a problem. By then, it's already too late. Habit number 8. The service most drivers delay until their tires tell them. Here's the thing about alignment. You don't feel it going wrong. It happens gradually. A slight pull to the left. Tires wearing a little faster on one edge. Nothing dramatic. Nothing that makes you stop and think. But quietly, your tires are being destroyed. Misalignment doesn't just wear rubber. It changes how your entire car handles. When the front tires point even slightly inward toward each other, that's called toe in. The outer edges grind down fast. When they point outward, the inner edges go. Either way, you're losing thousands of miles of tire life without realizing it. 35% of American drivers admit to delaying alignment by at least a month after noticing symptoms. And most don't notice symptoms at all until a tire is already uneven. Here's what to watch for. Your steering wheel sits slightly crooked when you're driving straight. The car drifts when you let go of the wheel. Or your tires show uneven wear patterns across the tread. Get an alignment every 15,000 miles or anytime you've hit a significant pothole or curb. It runs between $75 and $100. That protects tires that cost $400 to $800 a set. Coming up a small valve most drivers have never heard of. And when it fails, it costs far more than it should. Habit number 7. The $10 part most drivers don't know exists. Inside your engine, combustion gases build up in the crankcase. That's the lower part of the engine where the oil lives. The PSU valve, which stands for positive crankcase ventilation, routes those gases back through the intake to be burned off safely. It keeps pressure from building up where it shouldn't. When that valve clogs or sticks, the pressure has nowhere to go, so it pushes out through your gaskets and seals instead. You get oil leaks, increased oil consumption, and in older engines, a valve stuck open can cause the engine to burn through a full quart of oil every 1,000 miles. Most drivers never replace this part because they've never heard of it. It's tucked near the valve cover, easy to miss during a routine service. But here's what makes it remarkable. A new PSU valve costs between $10 and $20. Replacing it takes less than 5 minutes. Twist it counterclockwise to remove. New one goes in clockwise. Check the vent hose for cracks while you're there. The manufacturers recommend replacing it every 30,000 to 50,000 miles. Most people are driving around with one that's never been touched. A failed valve leading to blown seals and gaskets will set you back over $1,000. A $10 part prevents that. Next, a sensor that quietly throws off everything your engine does. And cleaning it costs almost nothing. Habit number 6. The sensor your engine depends on and almost nobody cleans. Your mass airflow sensor, most people call it the MAF sensor, sits along the intake tube just after your air filter. Its job is precise. It measures exactly how much air is entering the engine so the computer knows how much fuel to add. Get that reading wrong, and everything downstream suffers. Over time, dust and oil residue coat the sensor's delicate internal wires. The readings drift. The engine starts miscalculating its air-to-fuel mixture, and you feel it hesitation when you accelerate. Rough idle, poor fuel economy. Sometimes the engine's stalling without warning. Most drivers go straight to replacing the sensor. That's a $200 to $400 mistake, because 90% of the time, cleaning it fixes the problem entirely. Here's how. Disconnect the electrical connector. Remove the sensor from the housing. Use only EMEA-EFE sensor cleaner, not brake cleaner, not carburetor cleaner, not WD-40. Those will destroy the sensing elements permanently. Spray thoroughly. Let it air dry completely before reinstalling. That's it. Check engine codes between PA0100 and PA0104 are your signal that this sensor needs attention. A $12 can of MAF cleaner, 20 minutes of your time, and your engine reads air correctly again. I had a customer a few years back, retired engineer, drove the same truck for 19 years, never a major repair. When I asked what he did differently, he pulled out a worn notebook from his glove box. Every service, every date, every mileage, written by hand going back to the day he bought it. He said his father taught him that. Said a car that's documented is a car that's understood. I've thought about that notebook ever since. We'll come back to it at the end, because what he showed me that day changed how I think about car ownership entirely. For now, let's keep going. If this is saving you money already, a quick like helps Core Car reach more drivers who need this information. Now, let's get to the habits that really add up. Habit number 5. The $40 filter that protects a $1,000 pump. Every drop of fuel that reaches your engine passes through your fuel filter first. Its job is to catch dirt, rust particles, and microscopic debris before they reach the injectors and fuel pump. As it clogs, your fuel pump works harder to push fuel through. Harder and harder. Until one day, it simply gives out. A fuel filter replacement runs about $40. A fuel pump replacement runs $500 to $1,000. That's the math most drivers never do until they're already on the side of the road. Most manufacturers recommend changing the filter every 30,000 to 60,000 miles for older vehicles. Newer cars with in-tank filters can stretch to 100,000. But don't assume yours has been done. Ask your mechanic when it was last replaced. If they hesitate, that's your answer. Next, a habit that directly affects whether your car moves forward at all. Habit number 4. The morning routine that's quietly killing your engine. When your engine is cold, the oil inside is thick. It's settled. It hasn't yet circulated through all the passages that protect your pistons, your camshafts, and your bearings. Those parts are essentially running dry for the first few seconds after startup. Now, imagine revving hard in those first seconds. You're forcing metal components to move fast against each other with almost no lubrication between them. That wear is real. It accumulates, and it shortens engine life in ways you won't feel until the damage is already done. The fix costs nothing. Start your engine. Let it idle for 30 to 60 seconds. Then drive gently. Keep your air PMs under 3,000 until the temperature gauge begins to rise. This is especially critical for turbocharged engines. Poor cold start habits are responsible for the majority of premature turbo failures. 30 seconds of patience, thousands of dollars saved. The next one involves a fluid most drivers completely forget about until their car can't stop. Habit number 3. The fluid your life depends on, and most drivers never change. Brake fluid has one critical property most people don't know about. It absorbs moisture from the air. Slowly, over months and years, water works its way in. Fresh DO-3 brake fluid boils at around 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it absorbs enough moisture, that boiling point can drop to 280 degrees or lower. In heavy stop-and-go traffic, your brakes generate exactly that kind of heat. When the fluid boils, air bubbles form in the lines. Your pedal goes soft. Stopping distances increase. In a worst-case scenario, the pedal goes to the floor. A basic brake fluid tester costs around $22. Dip it into the reservoir, press a button, and it tells you the moisture level instantly. Above 3%, flush it. A full brake fluid flush at a shop runs between $80 and $150. That's the cost of stopping safely. There's no negotiating with it. If you've learned something new today, drop a like, because the last 2 habits are the ones most drivers completely overlook, and they're the most important ones on this list. Habit number 2. The fluid that looks fine right up until your transmission is gone. Here's what makes transmission fluid dangerous. It doesn't show you when it's failing. Engine oil turns dark. Coolant gets murky, but transmission fluid stays cherry red for miles and miles past the point where it's still protecting anything. It looks clean, it smells fine, and underneath that appearance, microscopic clutch particles, metal shavings, and varnish deposits are grinding through your gears like liquid sandpaper. By the time you feel the transmission slipping, that slight hesitation, that shudder between gears, the damage is already done. You're not looking at a fluid change anymore. You're looking at a rebuild. That starts at $3,000 and climbs fast. The right interval is a drain and fill every 60,000 miles, or every 6 years, whichever comes first. Hybrid drivers can stretch to 90,000, but no further. One critical warning. If your transmission has never been serviced and has high miles on it, do not flush it. A flush dislodges built-up deposits that may be the only thing holding worn components together. Drain and fill only. And always use the fluid your manufacturer specifies. Toyota WS for Toyotas. Honda ATEFA-DAW1 for Hondas. Generic fluid saves pennies and destroys transmissions. Your engine can survive a lot of neglect. Your transmission cannot. And habit number 1, the $2 habit that outlasts every part on this list. This is the one I almost didn't include, because on the surface it sounds too simple, too obvious, like something your grandfather would suggest and you'd politely ignore. But I've been doing this long enough to know the drivers whose cars reach 200,000, 250,000, 300,000 miles without catastrophic repairs. Almost every single one of them keeps a log, a written record. Every oil change, every fluid flush, every filter. Date mileage, what was done, what was noticed. Some use a notebook kept in the glove box. Some use a phone app. The format doesn't matter. the habit does. Here's why it's more powerful than it sounds. Patterns hide in plain sight. If you're losing a quart of oil every 1,000 miles, you won't notice that from memory, but you'll see it immediately in a log. If your tires are wearing unevenly after 5,000 miles instead of 10, the log tells you to check alignment before you've bought a new set. It also changes how a shop treats you. Walk in with a documented service history, and a mechanic knows exactly what's been done. There's no guessing, no upselling services you've already completed. The log is proof, and shops respect it. And when it comes time to sell a well-kept, log adds real dollar value. It tells a buyer this car was cared for by someone who paid attention. I think back to that retired engineer. 19 years, same truck, worn notebook in the glove box. He told me the log didn't just track his car, it gave him confidence. He always knew exactly where things stood. A $2 notebook, 5 minutes after every service. That single habit is why some cars see 300,000 miles, and others don't make it to 150. How many of these 9 habits were you already doing? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And if any of these saves you even one trip to the mechanic, subscribing to Core Car is worth it. Every video we make is designed to keep more money in your pocket and more miles on your car. But before you go, there's one more thing quietly working against your engine right now, even if you've done everything on this list. Core Car's next video covers the cooling system killer most mechanics miss completely, and the 5-minute fix that could save you thousands. It's right here. Don't miss it.